K750 flow mask for when performance counts. K750 flow mask is a Japanese produced, very high specification masking tape that is known in Japan as washi tape. Our washi has been produced for over 40 years, so whilst it is less commonly known in Australia, it is not a new product. And being Japanese in origin, you can be guaranteed outstanding quality control and consistency of product. Unlike a traditional masking tape that is composed of a crepe paper with a rubber-based adhesive system, Flow Mask is produced using an ultra-thin, high-strength rice paper backing with a clear acrylic adhesive system. The rice paper backing is quite dense and so cuts exceptionally well on the machines to produce very crisp edge lines. The rice paper is also impervious to liquids, solvents, two-pack finishes, etc., and as such will not show any signs of edge bleed through, regardless of the surface coating you are applying. If you have watched any of our instructional videos, you will have seen me make reference to a term called wet out. To achieve wet out, you need to ensure that 100% of the adhesive tape is in contact with the surface you are applying it to. This is critical with masking tape as you need to ensure crisp straight lines, and your sole reason for being is to prevent the liquid, i.e. the paint, from flowing under the tape at any point. The flow mask combination of rice paper with a clear acrylic adhesive system means that this product is translucent. So on many surfaces it's quite easy to see how the tape has been applied and where you need to apply additional pressure to achieve 100% contact. I'm applying the K750 flow mask to a dark surface so that it registers clearly on the camera. You can see right there that the product is translucent, and we can see where we have actually pushed the product down onto the surface. And you can also see where I have missed pushing it down on the surface. A major point to note is that the flow mask is very thin. In many comparable cases, it is about half as thick as a good quality traditional masking tape. When you pour red wine into a glass, you can clearly see that the liquid is attracted to and rises up on the edges of the glass, and this is called a meniscus effect. When you apply a liquid, in this case a paint, to a surface and you run your brush along the masking tape, a similar effect is observed. The paint is attracted to the masking tape and rides up the edge of this tape. This is why when you remove the tape you can feel a distinct edge line, even though the actual paint thickness across the balance of the surface is only microns thick. The rice paper being so thin means this distinct edge is significantly reduced when you use the flow mask product. The meniscus effect. When you pour red wine into a wine glass, you can see clearly that the wine is attracted to the edges of the glass and actually moves up the glass as per this diagram. The same happens when you apply liquid to a masking tape on a surface. The liquid is drawn to the edge of the masking tape, and when the masking tape is removed, you can feel a distinct lip or distinct edge. As you can see, there's quite a difference between a traditional masking tape as far as thickness and the edge is concerned, in comparison to the K750, which is much thinner and therefore has much less of an edge. We had a series of these test panels produced to demonstrate the performance difference between the K750 flow mask and a number of our competitors which are widely available. You can see on these first two samples the edges are perfectly clean and crisp, and then as we move into our competitor products and you zoom in close and you can see the edges, you can see that they're not crisp and clean. Now these products aren't all washies, or they don't claim to be washies. They are masking tapes, although there is one or two washies in there. But I think you can clearly see the difference in performance from a sharp, clean, crisp edge line of the K750 versus what else is on the market. The strength of the rice paper backing means that it strips easily without breakage or splitting, and in fact it is used extensively in Japan to edge up corks and sealants, with the tape being removed when these are partially cured to provide straight and clean edges. The acrylic adhesive offers a unique blend of high tack with the opportunity to clean remove from even delicate surfaces, and you can in fact both touch this tape adhesive to adhesive and simply peel back and use, as well as apply this tape to a surface, apply your surface coating, remove the tape and use it again and again. The acrylic adhesive is not susceptible to UV like a traditional rubber-based adhesive, and as such you can apply flow mask outside and you will see that it will clean release, leaving no adhesive residue, for over 60 days, and when used internally it will clean release for over 120 days. K750 flow mask will clean remove from even delicate surfaces. I'm applying the product to plain copy paper, and I will make note that this is not reflex paper, it is just a no-name brand. I've ensured that I've got complete wet out, complete contact of the adhesive tape against the surface. Now, using just a modicum of care, the K750 will clean release off the copy paper, no fibre tear, no damage at all to the copy paper surface. The K750 flow mask is a repositionable product, so it can be applied to a surface, used and painted around, removed, applied to a surface, used and painted around, applied to a surface, used and painted around, applied to a surface, used and painted around. It still has good tack to the surface and can be repositioned many times. Uniquely, the K750 can be laminated adhesive to adhesive, but can then still be used with no loss of performance. No damage to the adhesive surface, and can continue to be reused. We constantly test the K750 flow mask. We test batches, we test it against competitor product, and we test it against other product that manufacturers supply to us. In this particular instance, I laminated the K750 to this aluminium panel, and that was done on the 28th of February 2019. The aluminium panel was then stuck on the roof of our building. On the 14th of March it was pulled down. I have cut the tape and I've tested its clean remove characteristics, and as you can see I've written clean remove and it is removed with no adhesive residue whatsoever. Today, the 2nd of May 2019, I've already removed a piece of the tape to demonstrate that it's clean remove, no adhesive residue, and I shall do so again. Now you can see that the tape is removing cleanly, no adhesive residue. It is not splitting and it is not tearing, it's coming off as a single piece. Flow mask will allow you to mask up the outside of your house, apply a coat of paint, and leaving the tape in position, allow you to apply a second coat of paint the following weekend, removing the need to demask and remask in between. Flow mask can be written on in Texta and Biro, and will not permit any bleed through of the ink, so is used by a number of smaller manufacturing plants and engineering companies as a label to indicate to the next shift operator, and also to advise workers perhaps a few weeks later of what is required to complete this unit before it moves to the next stage of production. The clean release nature of this product will not damage surfaces or leave any residue. K750 can be written on with a biro and a texter with no bleed through. And you'll see I've used copy paper as the substrate. Demonstrating no bleed through or movement through of the ink to the surface below. In recent times we have seen a number of yellow masking tape products that are marketed as washi masking tapes that are being produced in factories in Mexico, China or Taiwan. Unfortunately, these products do not even come close to the performance of a true Japanese washi tape and are in fact devaluing this title. We encourage you to compare the Flowmask product performance with these other products to see for yourself the performance difference that a true washi provides. I can make reference to many letters of testimonials received from master painters and contractors who use and are convinced every day that a quality product will both save them time as well as remove the possibility of costly failures. The master painter who was involved in repainting the lodge in Canberra used Flowmask exclusively. Joinery Works in Sydney were involved in the construction of the Holden stand at the Sydney Motor Show a number of years ago and wrote us a 2-page testimonial on how the product saved them time and money in the construction of this stand. If you are looking for a consistent high-performance washi, please ask for the Flowmask product by name from your paint retailer or independent hardware store.